As a trooper, you've got to rely on yourself. Yeah, everything that you do, you're by yourself. It's a lot of lessons learned, sometimes the hard way.
In one of the most dramatic trooper episodes ever.
This is a machete. This was used in the assault.
All right.
Help me!
Stop!
Take me! Let's go!
Brent, send me on template. Trooper Brent, send me on template.
Not really a whole lot of information other than somebody has a hole in their face.
Get off the car. You'll get paid.
On the ground. All the way down. All the way down.
It's mid-afternoon in the Matsu Valley.
Back on 45, 1036.
And Trooper Jared Knoll is on patrol.
First, there's a male and two females in a 1010. Also, another complaint reporting the male was rammed by a car and he was flying across the parking lot. The white PT Cruiser's limited ramming. It's going to be the male's ex-wife.
Well, we're going to a disturbance. One person was run over by a car. One of the males involved is on the roof.
1098, hostile towards law enforcement. 10-4, extremely 1098.
So they're out with the suspect vehicle now. And he's by himself, so we're going to try to get there as soon as we can get through this traffic. Go the back way. Oh yeah, he's bloody.
Let's go. Get off the car. You will get tased. Get off the car if it's not yours.
Baby, they think I hit you with the car.
You guys are better off just leave me alone, dude.
Baby, please just get off the car, baby.
I swear to God, you are way better off just leaving me alone.
Baby! Honey! Please get off the car.
Get off the car. You will get tased.
Get off the car. On the opportunity so I can get here. Get off the car.
Stop. On the ground.
Right there, on the ground.
Runner's coming.
All the way down. All the way down.
I want to brush on you when I will.
Unclench that fist now. Do it.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back. Say it now. Behind your back. Do it now. Taser. Put your hand behind your back. Do it now. Put your hand behind your back. Get your hand behind your back. You will get tased again if you do not put your hand behind your back. Thank you. There you go. I'm gonna keep you on.
Hey, you kick.
Don't. Well, then what do you want? Need to shock me more? No. Well, then.
Got hobbles.
I want you to walk to the back of the car.
Yeah, please let me out. You guys are amazing, dude.
Walk to the back of the car.
I swear to God, I'm gonna snap on you.
It's simply because you wouldn't get off the car that doesn't belong to you, bud.
Dude, I jumped the off. And all of a sudden, you're tough. I could have had your job in 6th grade, dude.
We're not trying to be tough, okay? You're gonna have these medics take a look at your nose because it's on the other side of your face.
I grew up like this, dude.
I think you broke your tooth, too.
Yeah, well, it's a tough life, dude. Can't wear them off. This is not gonna work, guys.
Easy.
Then don't strap me down like this.
I don't have a choice. It's just like any car, you have to wear a seatbelt.
Because even though you guys got your best lawyer
on purpose.
strapped down, you guys go beside now. It's not like I can't get out. If I move again, tasing me again. Those don't work, by the way.
Seem to do the
I
trick.
will get more angry with those.
Where the rest of everybody is.
With the man under control, troopers try to determine if his ex-wife did in fact hit him with a vehicle.
You got blood right here. The landlord's saying that he's standing here in this general area and she just comes up and nails him. Come here and show me where you were parked when he rolled over the hood.
Right. I stopped and he kept walking as I was stopping. He walked to about right here, and when he realized that I came to a complete stop, he rolled up over it. He came off this side of it. Car was in park, and he punched the panel right here.
Hey, you guys see anything?
They questioned several witnesses to see if the ex-wife's story checks out.
So here's what we got. He comes out here drunk. He starts walking up and down here, challenging people to fight. Somebody took him up on this challenge. A female that we don't know who comes down. He gets a hold of her and he's pushing on her, and she just lays him out with one punch.
So she was acting in self-defense.
Yeah, he's the aggressor.
Once medics check the man's injuries, troopers will charge him with several counts of disorderly conduct.
I think we're done here.
Okay.
It's one for the books.
Some calls, they are just completely unexpected. He was making threats to the medical guy saying he was going to back kick them. I'm not even sure what a back kick is. Keeps the job interesting because there's no way for you to know what you're going to face that day.
And Noel's shift is far from over.
Swing shift in the valley is extremely busy. It's generally one call after another.
A mail call on 911. All the information we have is a mail that has a hole in its face. I have nothing further.
So we got a call on 911, and not really a whole lot of information other than somebody has a hole in their face. Back up 45 to That's the vehicle.
27 and 60.
So what happened?
He shot himself in the face in the building.
Open your mouth. Okay. Yeah, I see that. All right. The ambulance is going to be here. They're pulling up now.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. They'll take good care of you. You can see the pellet still. Just a perfect symmetrical hole through the roof of his mouth. Take a moment, deep breath, all right? He'll be fine. You can see the pellet. It's not going to be a.
Looks worse. You know?
It does look a lot worse than it really is. I guess he'd been playing around with his pellet gun. Didn't realize it was loaded. It fired and pellet went right inside his mouth, up through the roof of his mouth. Be a whole nother story if it was anything bigger than that.
Across the state, deep in the Alaskan bush, lies the village of Amanek. Ground zero for Sergeant Aaron Mobley.
It's a huge adjustment, especially coming from an urban area. I've been to the interior, I've been clear to the southeast, and this is the most unique place I've ever worked at so far.
With some of the most unique calls. Today, there's a report of a machete-wielding man on the loose.
There was lots of blood splatter everywhere. The victim might have a broken jaw, and I mean, he really did a number on his face. So it looks like our suspect did actually use the machete and threaten to kill him.
Is he in custody yet? Or?
No, not yet. We tried looking for him and could not find him.
With the suspect loose in the small village, troopers examine the evidence.
This is a machete. This was used in the assault. This is what we found in the residence. You can see a little bit of the homebrew there at the bottom. Got a very pungent, distinctive smell to it. All these villages out west, they're all dry villages, which means you can't possess or import alcohol. So a lot of people manufacture it. And homebrew is just, essentially a lot of people use fast-acting yeast, and they'll take the yeast, the water, the sugar, and they'll put orange juice or any other kind of juice for flavor, but you can definitely tell the alcohol content. It's hard to describe the odor. It's a very distinct odor, and I mean, after you've been around it enough in the villages, you can pick up the odor of homebrew, right away. Sells out here for $50 a gallon. I'm going to see if I can line up a jail guard before I end up arresting my suspect.
The village is so small, there are no full-time jail guards, so Connors must find one before making the arrest.
If we can't find anybody, then I'm guarding them myself. Fortunately, the state has a program. The state will pay these jail guards to watch the prisoners for us. Hey, this is Trooper Connors. Did I wake you? I might have some work for you. I've got to arrest somebody. You don't have to, but you'll be helping me out. Oh, it's a little after 4. So you think you can help me out? Okay, got it. Thanks. Bye.
With a willing guard, Connors and Mobley set out, hoping the suspect hasn't fled the village.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? You seen around?
No, he's not here.
He's not?
Hi, state troopers.
Hey, anybody home?
Guys?
Is inside? You haven't seen him?
I don't know.
Do you know if he's still here in Emo?
He should be.
Okay. All right, well, got it. See you guys. Nobody knows where he is. We spent like 2 hours looking for him yesterday.
Okay, see if we can get anything else. Hi, how are you? We're chasing down something pretty big right now.
Hey, have you seen?
We went to the mother's house.
Is that this place?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see ya.
Finally, a lead.
You never know when you tell a person that they're under arrest how they're going to react, especially for a felony assault.
Yeah, alcohol changes a person's behavior dramatically. Man, just the person I needed to speak with. I always keep bugging you, man.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you just for a few minutes, man?
Sure, get some lunch.
No, I know, man. Hey, you know the stuff that happened between you and before?
Okay.
Well, there's enough probable cause, man, that I'm going to have to place you under arrest for it.
Man,
you understand that?
It is, man. This is bullshit.
All right, please.
Just,
come on.
I'm not going to resist. I just want to smoke this cigarette because I know I'm not going to smoke for a while, man.
Come on, dude. Come on. Come on, man. You don't have to do this.
Turns out the suspect was threatening another man with his machete during a drunken argument.
Kind of relax for now, man. I know it's hard. I know there's a lot going on, okay?
Just get me out of here.
Okay. All right, man.
All right. You do have to learn those cultural diversities and the cultural standings within the communities, and you try to incorporate those when you're making decisions out here.
Back at the jail, the suspect's girlfriend isn't too happy about his arrest.
Take me!
Go home. Come on.
No, I want to know why.
You need to go home.
I don't need to do anything.
You have a choice. Either you go home or you're going to be in the jail cell next to him.
Well,
all right?
Let me know why.
He's under arrest for an assault.
I can't do this.
Let me explain to you just what's going to happen. If you don't stay away, you're going to end up getting arrested, okay? And that's not a...
Take me!
That's not the answer. You have children to take care of. This is not the place right here to act this way.
I'll take you home.
I don't want to go. I'll just go right back. I'll come right back.
Well, you come back here, you're going to go to jail. Hey! Get over here. You need to leave. Let's go. We tried to work with you as much as we can here.
I'm going. Let's go.
Give me the key. Stop. Stop. Stand up. Stand up.
With his girlfriend detained in the neighboring cell, troopers arranged the suspect's 90-minute flight back to Bethel.
We need to get him out of the village.
But before they can get anywhere,
Back at the PD, received a phone call. They're breaking some kind of glass and threatening to kill her, so... Yeah, well, you broke the glass.
You gave it to me!
Stop! 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 Come on, let's go. We're going to the other cell. We're going to the other cell. You need to go.
I need him.
We tried to give her every benefit of the doubt to take her home. We didn't want to arrest her. We didn't have any other choice at that point. You know, we try to do as much community-oriented policing out here as possible, but when we have to do it, we'll arrest somebody.
4517 on traffic.
back in the Matsu Valley, Trooper Joseph Hess patrols streets he knows well.
I grew up out here. My parents still live out here. Run into people all the time. Growing up out here, you always know there's crime, but once you become a law enforcement officer out here, you realize how much more there is. I don't think the public really sees it, but there's a lot of stuff going on out here in people's backyards that I think they're unaware of.
As night falls on his swing shift, Hess gets an eerie call.
Dispatch just put out that a complainant called in. There was a suspicious car parked in front of their house, and while it was parked in front of their house, their power went out at the residence. Car left, and now it came back and is sitting outside the house again. It's a pretty large coincidence just to ignore. Can you ask him which direction the vehicle's facing so I can come in behind it?
She's advising it's facing down the hill.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down this and loop around behind because it must be facing down this way a little bit farther up. Back up 17, 10, 23 area.
17, 10.
Hopefully he's just not around that corner and he scopes us out. A green Honda. Back on 17, 10-6 with that vehicle.
17, 10 first.
How's it going, man? Can I ask what you're doing out here?
Oh, waiting for my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? Okay, where does she live?
Right.
Is she in the house or what?
No.
Is she coming home from work or something?
I don't know.
The reason I'm contacting you is because you got called in as a suspicious vehicle.
Suspicious vehicle?
Yep. So you don't know where she's at, but you're just kind of waiting here for her?
Well, I used to live here. I mean, I sleep here when we hook up.
Does she know you're waiting for her?
I just text her.
Okay. Hang tight for me. This dude's giving me kind of a lame story, saying hey, he's waiting for her to come home and they're dating, but he doesn't know if she's home or where she's at. He's just waiting outside of her house. So will you watch him while I go talk to them inside the house? Hey, man, can I come in?
Yeah.
So your guys' power's not working?
No. And we called in person and he said that we could go outside and do it, but you're too scared to go outside.
So that's your ex-boyfriend outside?
Yeah, but a long time, like in 2009.
Because I just talked to him and he said you guys were still kind of dating off and on, and that
He's married.
Did you call her beforehand and let her know you're coming over? Or?
I never called her.
You think about calling her?
I called her if you never called.
You got the clue?
I come here in the middle of the night. I got a whole bunch of texts from him today.
Okay, do you think he shut your power off?
Well, it's really random because we called and there hasn't been any outages.
Do you have any idea how he would have shut it off?
We don't know.
I went and checked out the power box. It was open a little bit.
Did he flip the breaker?
Yeah, it's off.
Okay.
You go ahead and step out for me. You have any guns, knives, weapons, anything like that in the vehicle?
Here's the deal. I come over here and you say you're dating. Says you're not dating. All right?
I got the key to the master bedroom.
All right, it doesn't matter if you have the key or not.
I have clothes there. I mean, what?
She says you guys haven't been dating for like 2 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. And I think it's a little odd that you'd be parked outside her house and the breaker, which is right there, gets kicked off. You don't think that's a little odd?
Well, what are you saying?
I'm thinking you may have switched her power off.
I've been sitting here for, like I said, for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't moved.
So if you're sitting right here, you had to have seen somebody right there, less than 20 yards away from you, shut it off.
Nobody shut nothing off.
Turn around. Place your hands behind your back, okay? You're arrested for criminal mischief.
Criminal mischief?
For shutting off the power box on her.
Sir, I did not say not.
Do that.
Oh my God. Really, guys? Really? Come on now.
Just relax, man.
I'm not doing nothing. I am not resisting arrest.
Right there, face the car. I think he came out here and flipped the breaker on her. Try and scare her. It's creepy. So I'm thinking he flipped your breaker.
Yeah. See?
You need to go to the courts tomorrow and get a stalking order against him so he can't come to the house, okay? He's already coming in, hanging outside out your house. This may escalate into something more dangerous. But we got your power going at least. I'm glad we nipped it in the bud tonight before it escalated into anything more violent. Hopefully this guy realizes that sitting outside your ex's house in the middle of the night and shutting off their power is going to result into a trip to jail.
North in Fairbanks.
1D20 on traffic.
Trooper Ryan Mao is tracking down an escaped prisoner.
They don't know how many people are in this residence, but be advised this individual has extensive history with weapons, strong arm, assault with a weapon. Oh, he does like guns, so this is something that's, we're definitely have to be careful. Do you have the photo on your email?
No, I haven't got it yet.
He's got aggravated assault in his history. The reason he was in jail was for burglary 1.
He's got another warrant, or this is violating conditions?
No, this is him escaping from official detention facility. So, and he's got extensive history, like I said, with firearms. So, he's there. We know he's there. Just a matter of if he's left or not. I want somebody to cover the back door, but I want to have at least 2 people back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's supposed to be 2 people in the house too, right?
It should be, yeah. What I prefer is one of us have a long gun with us. You guys can decide which one. It doesn't matter. All right, let's head that way. Sounds good. There's an old adage, you never take a knife to a gunfight. If he came out with an automatic weapon of some sort, we would like to have either a shotgun or a rifle there to sort of gain the upper hand and get that advantage back. I feel much safer in that situation. So we can sneak up on him here. Fairbanks 20, both units 23.
Right there?
Yeah.
Come this way, you guys, come this way. State troopers, open the door. I hear you in there. Alaska State troopers, open the door. Stay in your residence. Shut the door. Stay in your residence. State troopers, open the door. You need to open the door. We need to talk with you.
Do you have a warrant?
Well, we need to find and if he's here, we need to talk with him as well.
He's not here.
If you have in there, you're harboring a fugitive. We need to know what you're doing with him.
Okay, well, I'm not really sure what to do.
If he is in there, you will be charged with a crime. You need to open this door so we can talk with you.
Okay, well, if I open the door, am I okay?
You are absolutely okay. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Come on here, talk with me. Is inside the residence?
Yes.
Okay. Come here. Turn the light on. Turn it up. Put your hands behind your back.
Put my shoes on.
No, put your hands behind your back. Go clear the back. Thanks, 21 days. So how come you didn't answer the door for us?
It's not my house.
Here's the deal. You ran away from North Star, buddy. That's a crime. You're supposed to have time served there. So we're taking you back to FCC.
They'll book the suspect back in Fairbanks Correctional Center with additional charges.
Thanks, guys, for coming out. That's a good ending to that there. That's what you want to see.
Back in the Matsu Valley, Trooper Lane Wraith is working to stop crime before it happens.
Caller received an anonymous tip that there's a person selling brass knuckles. There's about only one purpose for those things. Basically, when you punch somebody in the side of the head with them, instead of connecting with your bones, it's connecting with metal. So it can do substantial damage. Basically, it turns a misdemeanor assault into a felony. The cabin's all in a row, a fairly inexpensive rent, multiple occupants. We go there quite a bit for assaults and break-ins.
It's an area he knows all too well.
Confirm the subject was holding a knife on another.
Are you holding her against her will?
State trooper!
State trooper!
What the f*** they out there? You, hands up. Let us see your hands. Put your hands on your head.
Map 130, 1023. All right. Hey, how you doing? Oh, just come to see what you're selling.
Okay, basically just knives.
Do you have any switchblades, anything like that?
Yes, sir. These are all spring assists.
Spring assists,
Yeah,
okay.
see, they do.
Yeah, you don't need to play with that in front of me. You got all kinds of knives here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Any metal knuckles or anything like that?
No.
Just talking to a guy. Said you had a bunch of knuckles for sale.
No.
Mind if I look through this?
No, go right ahead.
So why were you lying to me?
I forgot about them.
What's that? You forgot? Oh, you forgot about them? Yeah, how many other things do you forget about?
Well, that's all I can think of.
Yeah, okay. How would you think a little harder? Am I going to find more surprises in there that I don't need to find?
Well, now, do you have a search warrant, or is this considered probable cause?
Well, I asked you for consent, and you said go ahead and look through it. You can revoke that consent at any time, and I can apply for a search warrant. It's up to you.
Okay, well, in that case, I think I'll just have to revoke the consent. I can't even think straight.
So, sir, can I ask you something real quick here? What do you think this is for?
Well, they're called paperweights in the catalogs.
Oh, they're called paperweights? So you think that most people that are buying these are buying them for paperweights?
I don't know what people do with things that I see.
Okay.
See, sir, our concern is that the people that are buying these weapons are not involved in holding down papers.
I was just afraid, okay? I can't afford to be doing any jail time. I got a family to support.
If you're afraid of going to jail, why are you doing something that could send you there?
Well, because people buy them.
And the only way to support your family is selling something that's illegal?
Well, it helps.
The initial search reveals 24 switchblades and 5 sets of brass knuckles.
We could charge him right there with 29 different counts.
I've been doing business on the strip here for about 15 years. No, this is how I support my wife and my son. And I understand that some knucklehead stabbed a state trooper with one. I'm just glad the guy didn't use a steak knife, or they might have made steak knives illegal.
Rafe seizes the weapons and cites the man on 2 misdemeanor charges.
I don't want to kick him when he's down. Didn't want to seize his vehicle, apply for a search warrant. Basically, I think we're working on education there as much as enforcement.
It's Friday night in the Matsu Valley. During the day today, it was in the 50s.
The changing seasons and longer days have troopers in the valley on their toes.
We don't have much darkness, so it's limited time for the people who go out and hide in the dark and go park in back roads and sell drugs and do all that stuff. It kind of gets busy right around dark time.
It's well past midnight when a fight erupts across town.
Back on 42, where's the 1010 taking place?
And I believe they're outside of the road.
10-4, I'm 23 the area. Go to a 1010. Fight in progress. It's right in the middle of all the bars. Back on 42. See a girl covered in blood running away. Ma'am, stop. I see you're bleeding. You need medics?
I'm going home.
No, ma'am. Right now you got to sit here. Where's the other lady at? Who are you fighting? You're just pointing. I see you got... Did she bite your finger there?
No. Cool.
Does he have blood all over you?
Okay,
Why don't you
first
sit down
of all,
for me?
no. You're...
Don't touch him.
Don't touch me because you have blood all over you.
Okay, I'm not going to touch you.
Who'd you get in a fight with tonight? Is that her right here?
Yeah, that's her.
Wasilla PD questions the other woman involved.
Anything in the backpack that's going to be fun or interesting?
No.
What's the deal with the spoon? Do you have any illegal drugs in the backpack?
No.
What's this? That feels like a needle. Are you a drug user?
I used to be a drug user.
When's the last time you used?
About 4 days ago.
She said she used 4 days ago. Normally when they tell you 4 days, it means yesterday.
Yeah, you got a little heroin residue there.
It's no drug residue on that.
What is it?
It's just a chocolate mint I ate.
But not enough to charge. No.
The woman is clean, but not out of trouble.
You're on conditions of release for a theft, is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
All right. And you're not to be around her?
Yes.
Well, how the hell did you end up here fighting each other?
Because she thought I was hanging out with some guy at the bar, so she attacked me, so yeah, I punched her in the face. She bleeds. Easy.
Well, that's what happens when you hit somebody in the nose.
Well, I'm a lot bigger than her, and she's a redhead. Redheads bleed easy.
No, I'm not buying that.
Well, you can ask any doctor. Redheads.
I don't think that's a medical condition that redheads bleed easier. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
When you get hit in the nose, then you're going to bleed.
Honest to God.
So this is what we're doing right now. We're talking to the security agent, and if he can help us figure out who the principal physical aggressor is, you're probably going to be put under arrest and taken to jail.
They bring in a witness.
He said there's quickly a verbal argument and then takes her right hand and throws a solid punch and strikes her.
Oh, okay. Sounds like she's the principal physical aggressor.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like it sounded like she chased her around.
Okay, so we'll just arrest them both for violation of conditions of release, and I'll charge her with domestic violence.
The other girl didn't have any injuries, but they had conditions not to be together because I guess they were girlfriends and they had a theft case together, so they're not allowed to hang out. They both got arrested for violating conditions of the release, and the girl who actually had the blood on her started the fight and was arrested for assault because she threw the first punch.
Back in Alaska's western bush, Sergeant Mobley is on the trail of a warrant suspect.
We're headed into a Russian mission. We have a warrant arrest for a guy up there that we've been looking for the last month. In the springtime and summer, we got one village we can drive to. In the wintertime, it's snow machine or airplane, and that's it.
Because of the charter's tight schedule, Mobley will only have 30 minutes to find his suspect.
So I gotta be fast, everything I do. Try to crunch it in like 30 minutes here.
On the ground, he discovers he won't have any help.
It's like we're walking. The guy that was gonna come pick us up, nobody could get a hold of. It's kind of a last minute thing. He's probably out hunting or fishing or something. We're looking for a... Have you seen him?
No, I was out walking.
You know where our house is at?
It's in midtown, toward the back.
Okay, appreciate it. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, state troopers. How's it going? Hey, is that around? You know where he's at today?
No, I just came back from school.
Oh, did you? You know where he's at all? Does he have a cell number? What's that?
Forgot. Don't know his cell number.
Does he have a phone?
His phone's on the table.
So is he here? Is he in the house?
Don't know.
Luckily, his ride, a village local, finally catches up with him.
He left his phone in the house.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So he's probably in the house, but they wouldn't let me search it. This is one of our, I guess, our harder villages for people to talk to, really.
Yeah, when you come into town, people clam up real fast. You just want to drive through town?
You think he might be down there?
Who knows?
It doesn't take long for us to get recognized here.
The sergeant fears his man may have already left the village.
It doesn't take out right there.
Hey, there would be no way I could just meet you at the plane. You know I'm not going nowhere. I came up here to meet you.
Well, that's where we're going right now, is to the airplane.
Can I ride down with my family?
Okay, that's fine. You can ride down. Yeah, just meet us down at the airplane. Okay, okay.
After a half an hour of cat and mouse, the man turns himself in.
We're going to take custody of him down there. Let him say goodbye to his family. Because the close proximities and the close ties that we have with the communities, we do try to give them that respect. Okay, before we get on, I'm just going to do a quick pat search, make sure I don't got anything on it. And we try not to degrade their status within the village.
And Mobley makes his flight out. These are the Denali Wilds, some of Alaska's most pristine and untamed lands.
It's not snow machine tracks, it's fresh bear tracks.
And veteran wildlife trooper John Simeon's office.
We're gonna have to go over there. Man, I have a terrible job, don't I? I'm stationed out in Glen Allen. I've been here for the past 10 years. You know, there's something really that's surreal about Alaska. I mean, it captivates you. And, you know, all the years I was in the military in the lower 48, all I dreamed about was coming back home.
And with the end of winter, Simeon prepares for the start of the spring bear season.
We're on our way for a spring brown bear patrol. We've had some really warm days of over 60 degrees, which is beautiful for us, but with the warmer conditions, it forces the bears out of the dens. It's black bear, brown bear, and everybody's coming out trying to get their spring bear for the year. So as Alaska wildlife troopers, our job is to come out here and catch the poacher who's deliberately breaking the law.
But this isn't Simeon's first visit to bear country.
You smell it? Bears stink. You can smell him now, he's here. Oh, it's that stump again. See it right through. It looks just like a black bear.
And this time, he won't be going alone.
It's my first time in this area, mainly working down in Wasilla, and we don't come here very often.
He's showing rookie wildlife trooper Ernie Brent what it takes to patrol over 20,000 square miles of wilderness.
A brand new young guy who's never been here before, never done this type of patrol before, doesn't have a lot of snow machining experience, so it's going to be a tough patrol.
Personally, for me, it's just a big learning experience. There's no manual for this job. It's kind of, learn from, troopers that have been doing it a while. You learn from them, and you kind of figure it out on your own.
But as a senior troop, kind of my job is to mentor young guys and bring them along and make them better than they are now, and perhaps make them better than what I am today.
But it's not just the patrol area that's new for Trooper Brent. It's also his first patrol by snow machine.
It's not something they teach at the academy. They don't teach you how to ride a snow machine or a four-wheeler or ride a riverboat or anything like that. So,
how much snow machining experience do you have, Brent?
I rode a lot when I was a kid.
Okay, one of my partners told me that once. $7,000 later, I found out that a lot meant an open field in the flat parts of Kansas.
Right.
They head out across 50 miles of snow-covered terrain. "30 minutes in, the patchy conditions get the best of the rookie.
Now he got stuck.
Brent sunk his nearly 500-pound machine deep into the spring snow, and in an area home to hundreds of hungry brown and black bears.
Get underneath it. Pound yourself in. Auger your whole body in there.
Trapped in waist-deep snow, the troopers' position on the hill leaves them vulnerable to bear attacks.
When you make your turn to pull out, do not let off the gas. If you stop, you're going to roll all the way down here. Ernie, you're being too tentative. Go for it. No, don't turn that way. Ernie, there you go. There you go.
Back on packed snow, they head out in search of their bear hunters.
I'm John Simeon. Nice hat. Well, that's a real Alaskan girl. You got Carhartts, a fur hat, and bunny boots on. And all you need is a rifle strung across your back. Yeah, you'll be the complete Alaskan girl.
After introductions, Simeon gets down to business.
You guys got your hunter licenses on you?
Oh, we forgot something.
I can show you some silver bracelets if you want to trade. You have any questions for the regs for bears down here or anything?
It's one a year, isn't it?
Yep, no tag, no nothing, one a year. Just make sure you leave evidence of sex on it. Can't shoot a sow with cubs. Can't shoot cubs that are with the sow. That's it.
Everything's valid, and he wishes them luck.
All we're mainly here for is to ensure that people have the right documentation, that they're educated about the area and the rules here. We want them to come out and have fun. We want them to harvest the wildlife. We just want to make sure they do it safely and do it, within the confines of the laws.
They contact several more hunters.
Well, we're your friendly neighborhood game wardens. If you don't mind, can we take a look at your hunting and fishing license?
And as the day comes to a close, Simeon gives Brent some helpful advice.
As long as you get them to talk and get them to open up and converse with you, and once you develop a rapport with them and they start telling you stuff, they don't know what they're telling you. They'll just lose track.
Right.
They'll let their guard down, and pretty soon they'll tell you stuff they don't, oh, damn, maybe I shouldn't have said that, so.
It was a good trip. Probably didn't see as many bears as we wanted to or hunters, but we still contacted a few people, and hopefully just our presence out here, made a difference and prevented anything from happening.
But moments later, Simeon spots suspicious activity.
Just got some folks doing a little bit of hinky activity, and the passenger's getting out, running to the side of the road, running back, so we don't exactly know what he's doing. The likely thing he's doing, taking a pop shot at a ptarmigan or two, which it's closed season right now for ptarmigan.
The hunters see Simeon and bolt.
Did you see that gray Chevy 1500 with the trailer?
But they unknowingly head straight towards Brent.
10-4.
I'm going to go up to see where they pulled off and check what they did. You might still want to stop and ask if I am.
10-4 on it.
Trooper Brent's going to go back and find out what the passenger was doing. We're going to come up here where they pulled off and check what they were doing.
If anything comes up, at least I got him here, so.
They were this side of the mile marker sign. The truck was pointed like this. The driver got all the way off and onto the snow berm.
Let's see if we can see track on the berm. What were you guys doing back there on the bridge there? It looks like somebody got out and ran over the snow berm. Nobody was out of the truck there.
Simeon searches for evidence.
That's an old track right there.
Talked to them. They had a loaded rifle there in the front seat.
I asked if anybody got in the truck, and they said no.
Where was the loaded weapon at? Was it on the driver or passenger side?
Passenger side, he had it.
Just right up there with him, front seat.
You need to hold him right there, then.
Confront the passenger and tell him what he was doing on the driver's side of the truck.
Okay.
That's just really freaking hokey. They did something. Why would they deny getting out of the truck? The dude, he was like this. Then he looks, he sees us, he does something, he runs around the back of the truck and gets in. So, but I can't see where he gets off the trail.
Is that gun loaded right there? Loaded?
They got out for something and they have a loaded weapon in the truck. I mean, I sat there and watched them. Brent, Simeon on simplex. Trooper Brent, Simeon on simplex. Brent?
10-4. He said they were just scoping. They said they saw something, looks like to the left of their vehicle, and that's all they said.
Okay, yeah, we can't see any sign over here either, so just get their names and let them go.
Yeah.
There's no brass, there's no nothing. They didn't shoot nothing, they were just being stupid. Well, we got a big show of force anyway.